Hello and welcome to this second video with Mutable Instruments Plaits. This video I wanted to look at musical randomly shifting between the models, random modulation, but keeping this musical all set against this little techno house style beat. So let's lose the drums and then I will go through everything that's going on Plaits. So this is the main output, panned in mono, just as is. A couple of little tricks for stereo width that's great for any synth voice. I've actually taken the auxiliary output, and you could do this with the main output of any synth voice, run it through some extra processing and merge that and create some stereo image by panning that slightly. In this case, because we have an auxiliary out that is different in each mode to the main output, I've patched this through a VCA, taken a random gate that's in time with my sequencing, and opened that up with an envelope. So here's the main output again. And here's the auxiliary output, hard panned to the right. Mix that with the main out. And we get these little accents, panned hard right, but that's a little bit shifted in terms of where the weight lies in the stereo image. So I've taken the main output and actually sent this to a delay effect and then hard panned that left. So the auxiliary out comes out to its own VCA. It's played and triggered as is the main output. Random gate opening up an envelope to that VCA, little accents on the right hand side, and then the delay effect hard panned left, giving us the stereo image from a single module that's not meant to be stereo really. So that's just a little routing trick. Let's unpatch. So here's the synth voice just as is. Vault per octave sequence and a random gate triggering it. Again, we could tighten this up. Now, removing these all together, I just wanted to show that if we were to take, say, an LFO and patch it into the model, it's just going to randomly move around dependent on the CV. However, if we patch in a trigger, this will sample and hold the CV at the model input as well as trigger the internal envelope, and for some modes the LPGs or the others excite the modal synthesis, string synthesis or drums. So it stops the model input just kind of ragging this around randomly, actually samples the value. So per trigger we get a sample and hold of the model input. Now the other modulation that I have is velocity over morph. Stepped random. And again stepped random over the timbre. So together in this mode. Let's get my trigger back in. Just going to open up that envelope a little bit. Modulation to the model. And my vault per octave. Let's get the auxiliary out back in, panned right, and my delay panned left. Let's get a bit of reverb. So we've got this musical sequence with lots of random tonal shifts and model shifts that just works great for creating depth and movement and animation. Quite heavy-handed random, but still quite musical random, I'd argue anyway. Now, if you want an extended version of this, a little track and patch I've been working on, head over to my Patreon, where there's a full kind of jam patch track video for those guys that's exclusive. And I'm also going to run down the drums, the mixing, the effects, and all the routing and modulation exclusively for those as well. But for now, I'll turn the drums on, have a little jam, and thanks for tuning in. More videos with Plaits coming soon.